Good afternoon all, welcome back to my YouTube channel and Instagram, Caitlin Una Equestrian. Today we're doing a battle of the blue shampoos. I've got two shampoos here which I have been advertising on Instagram. I say advertising, I have been giving you a little bit of sneak peeks into things. I've got my two subjects here, as you can see, very dirty horses. So we're going to do one side of one shampoo and one side of the other shampoo. Now, having a grey and having a coloured means that they get pretty dirty pretty much all of the time. So I struggle to get a good blue shampoo. We've got a road chicken, just so you know.
Get off.
So I struggle to get Una really quite white. I mean, she is white at the moment and she has got a shine to her, but she is currently fed on top spec, so that really does help. But as you can see, she just gets a bit shitty everywhere, if I'm honest. And her tail never comes out white. It always comes out yellow. Shampoos that we've got and that I was recommended, these were done on an Instagram poll, is actually a washing up liquid. Now I was recommended the blue washing up liquid. You can go onto Amazon, I believe it was £7 for two 500ml bottles, so £3.50 a bottle. I think that's quite expensive for washing up liquid, but in terms of horse shampoo, that's pretty decent. I do know that it will be okay on Una. Next up is we have the diamond white, the Wool's diamond white. Now this was recommended by so many people to me, and I'm following threads online at the moment on Facebook and things, and it was the #1 probably recommendation. It's about £8. I got it from R&R Country on their Easter weekend sale, delivered super quickly. So it is specifically targeted at greys and getting, you know, white. The thing is with this, it's £8 for a 500ml bottle, so it is more expensive than the washing up liquid. However, here's the catch. It's 15 parts to 1 part. So actually, when you think about it, this is bloody amazing value. I do use washing up liquid and it is great, but the blue one is meant to help because it's got the blue pigmentation in it. And obviously this is designed to help for greys. But what I'll do, start washing and you'll see the results. We've just finished Una's sort of half. What I have noticed is I didn't have to get her wet beforehand. I could literally just fill up the bucket of water, add the shampoo, froth it up, and then put it on her. From first impressions, I'm out of breath. First impressions, I really like it. You know, it really bubbles up. I can see that it's bringing out her mane really white. It's taken away dirt. It's taken away some of the poo stains she had on her legs and everything. And also I've still got half a bucket left. So I've done half of her body, including her mane, with just half a bucket of water. So I'm back with the blue washing up liquid. Una has something to say about it, don't you, Poppet? And we're going to give that one a go. I've swapped buckets. I've rinsed out my sponge. Thank you, Una. And we're going to give the second half of her body a go. Okay, so I've just finished with the washing up liquid. What I have noticed is you have to use a lot more of it. I did the same method. I put it in the bucket. made it all sort of foamy and then put it on her. I just don't feel it's making them as white, and that's what I can see from first glance. But we'll rinse her off and then we'll go all over her and check. Una's now happy as Larry because she's not being touched or bothered anymore. So just giving you our final thoughts. So as you can see, we'll start from the tail. I'll be honest, I don't think it's done anything. To be totally honest with you, you can still see that there's tinges of wee and things there, which is fine. I get that you know, maybe a second wash would have been okay. It is better at the top, but then it still hasn't taken off. Like, it's still quite greasy and dirty up here, and that's not because of my poor washing, I promise you now. It hasn't taken away this green grass stain or poo stain here. Again, I went over that with a bit of concentrated washing up liquid as well. And in here, I don't know if you can see in here, it actually hasn't, it's left like dirt. It's like where she sweated, and I must have missed it last night, and it's just left like, yeah, I went over that again with concentrated liquid, washing up liquid. It hasn't really done anything there. In terms of her body looks fairly clean, but again, there are just areas of which they're just like this general dirt, and I did go over them quite a bit. Perhaps it's my washing, perhaps not. But then if we come over to these legs, give my hands a bit of a wash, like they're squeaky clean, and I can see already they've taken out a lot of the dull, like I don't know, with the grey you get a tinge of yellow, so it's taken out that. Hey girlie. So it's seriously whitened her crust area with the mane, and just generally it took out a great big grass stain there where she'd rolled. She generally just looks pretty good and clean. And look at how beautifully, like I barely had to scrub with this bit. I barely had to scrub, and it's white. So I'm really happy with that. Really happy. She looks really nice and shiny and white. Yeah, it took out stains on her legs. So yeah, and perhaps I needed to do 2 layers with the tail, but I don't know, has it left, it's kind of left tinges of green here where she had a massive poo stain. Yeah, I just think my overall view is I prefer the diamond white. However, Kimberly actually has a different opinion. I used, with the washing up liquid, I used it neat on my hands and then added, and I got most of the front off with that. Whereas I did the same as you did at the back, where it was squirted in the water and then did it, but then I still had to put some neat on my hand to try and get these bits off. One observation though that is pretty, whoa, quick hands. Which is pretty significant, right? So we've done 2 horses with this amount of shampoo, okay? And we have done 2 horses with this amount of washing up liquid. I've just sort of thought of a few more things. Is one, we use a lot of water when we tend to wash the horses. It probably isn't a lot of water, it just looks like it because of the yard that we have. I personally think half a bucket for half a horse is fantastic with the diamond white shampoo. Again, I did use just over half with the washing up liquid, but then again it did work as well. So half a bucket of shampoo for me is an absolute lifesaver because it means you don't have to just keep going back, getting the hose out. There's not a lot of surface water, and also the wash that I did is the quick wash that I would do sort of during the winter. You know, if I'm working the day before an event or I'm washing before an event, I tend to only try and keep it to 20 minutes because I do work full time, and I tend to work the day before an event as well. So for me, a quick wash but really effective is just so important. I think because she looks so beautiful, and it's my vlog, we're gonna go with my opinion, and I personally think this is a firm winner for me.